Hey, what's going on, family? Sir Ashley here, and today we're going to tackle a big question that I get from time to time, but I've been getting it more often. And with the influx of people coming into the area, I think this is something we need to address. The question I get is, can I use my restricted stock units, RSUs, to qualify for a mortgage and buy a house? Now, if you're in tech, or you work for companies like Amazon, Google, Apple, or Facebook, this video is for you. Stick around because understanding this could be the difference between buying your dream home and missing out on owning a home completely. Let's jump in. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I am Sir Ashley. I am a real estate advisor serving North and South Carolina. And on this channel, we talk about real estate money and making smart moves in the Carolinas and beyond. If you're finding value in these videos, go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe and join the family. I post actionable content every single week to help you navigate the world of real estate and the Carolinas with confidence. And in real estate, I've been helping people over a decade as a real estate attorney, as an investor, as a licensed agent. So I look forward to helping you for all your real estate needs in the Carolinas. Now let's talk about RSUs, restricted stock units, and how they can play a role in your home buying journey. So we have to start off with the basics. RSUs, restricted stock units, are a form of compensation many companies offer, especially in the tech industry. Think of it like this. Instead of a straightforward paycheck, your company awards you stock units that become yours over time. This timeline is called a vesting schedule. For example, let's say your company awards you 1,000 RSUs spread over 4 years. So each year, 250 shares vest. And at that point, they become taxable income based on that stock's value. So if your company's stock is traded at $100 per share, those 250 shares represents $25,000 in income. But here's the kicker. Not all RSUs are created equal. Some vest based on how long you've worked at the company, time-based RSUs, while others depend on your performance or the company's performance. And understanding this distinction is critical because lenders treat these differently when it comes to mortgage qualifications. So, can RSUs help you qualify for a mortgage? The short answer is absolutely, but it's not that straightforward. Here's what lenders usually look for: continuity of income. They want to see that your RSUs will likely continue for at least 3 years. They look at the history of receipt. For time-based RSUs, lenders usually require at least 1 year of consistent vesting. And for performance-based RSUs, they want to see a 2-year history. Now, documentation, you will need a detailed vesting schedule, proof of past payouts, and confirmation that you're still employed with that company. But it doesn't stop there. You see, some lenders might calculate the RSU income by using the stock's 52-week low, especially in today's volatile market. That can drastically reduce how much of your RSU income they'll consider. Take this for example. If your company's stock has dipped 40% over the past year, the income calculated from your RSUs could be much lower than expected. And this is where pairing with the right mortgage advisor is critical. I recently had a client use RSU income here in the Charlotte region to buy a beautiful brand new construction. But you wouldn't believe it. The builder's preferred lender didn't know how to handle RSU income to qualify my client for the loan. And I even directed my client to an outside mortgage broker who I know has gotten clients approved using RSU income before, but they could not get it taken care of. So we came to the third lender. And the third lender looked at my client's situation and he just smiled because he knew the rules, he knew the guidelines, and he knew it would fit. He looked at my client and said, I don't know why these other 2 lenders could not get it done, but this is very straightforward. So that is why, again, it is very critical that you partner with the right mortgage advisor if you're using RSU income, because not every lender understands how to properly evaluate RSU income. And you don't want to work with somebody who just glances at your W-2 and assumes you're good to go. You need someone who will dive into the details, ask about your RSU agreement, and involves an underwriter early in the process. And if you're working with a lender who spits out pre-approval letters after just seeing 3 documents, that is a red flag when dealing with RSU income. A thorough review up front can save you from major headaches later on, especially like losing your dream home because of a miscalculated income. And that was almost what was going to happen to this recent client of mine. And that is because we were using the builder's preferred lender. But we found a lender that could come in, save the day, and knew exactly what they were doing regarding RSU income. And my client was able to move into their home right after Christmas. Talk about a great Christmas gift. Now, before we move on, let me share with you a quick story. A client of mine, she worked for a major tech company in California, and she had a six-figure base salary and RSUs that vested annually. On paper, she thought she'll qualify easily for a $1.5 million home. Now you have to remember, mortgage brokers and lenders in the Carolinas don't typically deal with RSU income. You see, that's more of a West Coast thing traditionally, because all the tech companies moving to the East Coast, the Carolinas, lenders are going to have to educate themselves about the process. Now, let's get back into Sarah's story. She went to the first lender, who looked at her W-2s and issued a pre-approval based on her gross income. When the underwriter got involved, they rejected her RSU income because it wasn't documented properly. And my client was devastated, to say the least. Now, after that first disappointment, she went with my preferred lender, who I like to work with when it comes to RSUs, and we were able to start fresh. And this lender took the time to collect her vesting schedule, her payout history, and employer verification. Long story short, Sarah closed on her dream home because she had everything buttoned up before we submitted her offer. And if you're familiar with the buying process in North Carolina, there comes a due diligence deposit that is non-refundable once you submit an offer. So if you do not have everything buttoned up before you go submitting offers when it comes to RSU income, you could very well be putting your due diligence deposit in jeopardy because everything wasn't buttoned up before we submitted the offer. Now, if you're relying on RSUs to qualify for a mortgage, here is what you need. First, you need to gather your documents. Have your vesting schedule, your RSU agreement, and proof of past payouts. You also need to work with an expert. Make sure your mortgage advisor knows how to handle RSU income. And if you're in the Carolinas or looking to buy in the Carolinas, I have to tell you again, not all mortgage brokers or lenders are comfortable with or know how to handle RSU income. Also, plan for market volatility. Be prepared for your RSU income to be calculated based on the stock's lowest value in the past year. Also, keep in mind that if you're just starting receiving RSUs, or if they're tied to performance, lenders may require additional proof to count that income. So family, if you're in the tech industry or have RSUs as part of your pay, yes, you can use them to help you buy a home. But it takes the right strategy and a knowledgeable team to make it all come together and happen. If you're considering buying a home and want expert advice tailored to your situation, be sure to reach out to me. I would love to help you. Also, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone you know in the tech industry who might benefit from this info. I'm Sir Ashley, and as always, I'm here to help you make smarter moves in real estate. Talk soon.